Hello and welcome to Unrated, your favorite late night show on KAFTAN television, where we imagine a beautiful world. My name is Miracle Oyebode, your spec with a difference, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with your Chichi. Hello.
You see your girl Esther, Chichi.
This is the guest aspect where we talk about interesting and educative topics. And tonight we are going to be talking about a topic that has, got me so concerned, and other people as well, which is parenting in the African setting, most especially. We know we are not married, actually. We don't even have kids yet, so we are not parents. But at least we are going to be talking about parenting from our own perspective, from our own point of view, from what we've heard and what we've seen so far in African settings. And to discuss with us this educative topic is someone you've met before, someone that has been here before with us, and he is going to be shedding more light on the topic based on his perspective. And he's no other person than Oyebode Mayowa. Welcome to the show,
Welcome, Mayowa.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here again.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We're I'm super glad to have you around once again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we're going to be talking about African parenting generally. And let me start from by asking you, what can you say about parenting generally in this modern day society? Let's not move to the olden aspects now. We know that the olden days, we've heard a lot about it. Though we're not there, at least we've heard a lot from stories from our parents, from our grandparents. We know how parenting was then. But let's start from this modern day society. What do you feel? What do you think? What's your perspective about what parenting is currently in this generation?
Okay. Firstly, I will give an overview about what a parenting is.
Okay.
Then, in relation to the modern days parenting, generally, I will say, firstly, parenting is a multifaceted role that requires patience, empathy, and guidance. That's the major techniques. That's the major role. The three key major role. Then coming to the overview, the perspective of parenting, to me, I would say parenting is involved creating a nurturing environment that fosters emotional, intellectual, and social growth. Then I would say it also involves building strong relationships, setting clear setting clear boundaries, and encourage independence. Some parents are too this kind of overprotective, which is actually not really good, because by being overprotective, by not giving your child or your children independence, you won't be able to know their true nature, the kind of habits, the kind of characters they possess.
Wait, speaking of being overprotective, I want to get that part right. Because some parents, they don't see it as overprotective. They see it as, I'm protecting you. I just want to be there for you. I just want things to work out for you. I want you to be in good hands. So what is your own definition for being overprotective as a parent?
Okay, to me, being overprotective is inability to give children the total freedom, the total independence required. For example, there are some set of parents, they don't like seeing their children with friends.
Okay.
Some don't like their children visiting or going out. You get what I'm trying to say? They must
always be indoor 24/7.
Exactly, always indoor. I've once been there, though it has its own advantage actually. You get what I'm trying to say? And it has its own disadvantage. And the disadvantage is that, one, you can't be with children forever. Your time to spend with children, it's limited to some certain period of time.
Okay.
And when you camp children too much, there's this exuberancy. They want to explore. They want to know what is going on out there. You get what I'm trying to say now?
Yes.
So, for example, you are always camping them in. They will go to school. You get what I'm trying to say? You are not going to be there. Even if the school has a strict policy, there are still ways that students will still be misbehaving. We've once been students. I went to only boys' school. So I know the experience of many things that are going there. Also, I believe some set of girls too that went to girls' school.
Someone like me,
there
I
are a
went
lot
to a
of
single sex
experiences,
school.
there are lesbianism, a lot of things.
Yes.
So those things you are trying to calm them, protect them for, all in the name of not giving them freedom, they will ended up learning it elsewhere. That's the reason why I said it requires patience, empathy, and guidance. Providing guidance, give them prior instructions, give them prior orientation. You get what I'm trying to say? Then free them. Get to know the kind of characters, lifestyle, the kind of habits they possess. To me, I feel that's actually the proper way to get to know children's flaws, the kind of nature and characters they possess. But once you are being too harsh, being too overprotective, every little thing you shout on them,
Scold them.
you beat them, they would hide a lot of things from you. One, they will not be free to express their free mind with you. They will not be able to open up to you. I have a lot of friends. I have friends, and I have guys, I have ladies too, and some of my ladies were kind of close friends. At times, if they discuss some things with me that they couldn't even discuss
with their
parents. I was talking with a friend one day, and he opened up some things to me, and I was like, why are you not free to talk to your mom this way? Why are you not free to talk to your dad? He said, my dad is a pastor.
Okay.
And now imagine
telling
me
a pastor,
as a pastor's daughter, telling or opening this kind of a things to my mom. She said my mom will be disappointed in me. She get what I'm trying to say? I now ask her, why are you so confident enough to
talking
discuss
to
this?
you?
She said, we are close now, and at least I've known you for a while. I've known you well enough to confide in you, to open up to you. Now imagine if parents could maintain that friendship
with their children,
that strong relationship with their children. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
They will be free to talk to you, because before somebody can open their deepest secrets to you, it requires few things. One is confidence. Two is trust. If you don't trust somebody enough, if you're not confiding in somebody enough to be able to hold a secret, you can't open up. I'm this kind of a person. I'm a very private person. There are limits to what anyone can know. In fact, nothing anybody can know about me. But when it comes to my dad, I open up to him. I am free with him. Why? Because aside being my parents, my dad is also my best friend till today.
Yes, I can say something like that.
I'm serious. My dad is my best friend.
Really,
He's my
nice.
gist partner.
Wow.
We talk.
So you want to tell me that is everything you do that you tell your parents? Like you actually tell your dad?
My dad, yes.
Everything you do, you tell him?
Yes.
Wow.
Because why am I so free with him? Because my dad doesn't criticize.
I wish every parent can be like that.
Because there are some people that immediately you tell your mom, oh, see what I've done. They will say,
You get that. Having been my dad is like that. I wouldn't have been so confident to, be able to talk to him. Mary is this kind of person. I don't know, maybe it's like that to my other siblings.
Okay.
But when it comes to me, yes, I have this way of communicating. Like, the free rapport, the free gist, everything is just there. My dad is this kind of person. He calls me, you imagine your friend that has this way of, gisting with you. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
Like your friend that always talks to you, that always gist you, that always instructs you. One of the things I will also advise parents to do is that parents should strive to be their children's advocates, strive to be their children's mentor, should strive to be their children's role model. So this helps them, like it helps them in developing them into becoming compassionate, confident, and irresponsible individuals later. My dad is no more, actually. My dad has slept.
So sorry for
Thank
that.
you. But you remember those things,
Moments,
those
that
moments,
you guys shared
those memories,
together.
those instructions, those guidance is still like a guiding lamp to my feet till this present moment.
Wow.
My dad is actually, let me say, my dad is my teacher. Yes. When it comes to book, my dad got me addicted to book. My dad taught me how to cram. My dad gave me a lot of techniques that helped me even till today. In my university days, if we were to select top best students in my department,
You're one of them.
I'm one of them.
Ooh, cool. I give it to you.
Actually, it's not that I read like that. It's not like as if I took books serious like that. Well, because I knew, let me just say, the techniques that he has set in place, the kind of trainings he has given us, helped me to this present moment. Okay.
All right, thank you. So speaking of informing your child, your words ahead of time, I want us to talk about the aspect of sex education, actually.
Okay.
Because there's some parents that, especially these African parents, I don't know, they find it very difficult to talk to their children about sex education.
Yeah.
And it's so alarming and so saddening that the children will definitely find out outside the home environment.
Yes.
They'll find out in school. I went to a female school, just girls only school, and I know what girls are doing in school, what they tell their friends, what they say to themselves, the advice they give to themselves. How even some of them got exposed to some certain things, you understand, that their parents will even say that, no, my child cannot do that, my child don't know that.
Yeah.
You understand? But I feel like our parents, they find it very difficult to talk to their children. They feel like it is something that is gibberish, something that you don't deserve to know. You're still very young.
Yeah.
But from to me, at least from the age of 9, 10, you should be, because especially this generation, they have this edge of getting to know a lot of things, computers and all of that. So I feel like from 9, 10, you should be exposing your child to some certain things, letting them know some certain, especially when it comes to sex, so that somebody else will not teach them outside. So what's your take on that?
Okay. Well, what I could say about that, I've said everything basically.
Okay.
Before. I talked about prior instructions, orientation. You get what I'm trying to say? What you see, children actually, they are flexible in nature. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
The way you relate with children, the more the pattern at which you relate with them will depend on how they will confide in you, on how they will trust you, and on how they will be able to
Open up to you.
So if you are the kind of parent that is your child's or children's best friend from childhood, because the more we grow up, the more we realize some certain things, the more we become private, the more we know what to say and what not to say. You get what I'm trying to say now? But when we are still little, once you instill fear in a child, there is no how it could open up to you. Even if it's going to open up, there will be a level. You get what I'm trying to say now?
You can imagine if a child is coming to tell you something and just shout it, just shut up, I'll tell your daddy.
You get?
Exactly,
So
they fear alone.
when it's coming to relating to the aspect of sex education, one thing parents should know is that these children, this child, this daughter, we ended up knowing this thing.
At the end.
And it might not actually be in a positive way. He or she might ended up learning from experience. And it might be a costly mistake she might never recover from. So what parents need, my intake on that is that give your child, give your daughter, your son, children generally, give them orientation on sex education. You get what I'm trying to say? Some parents, if you talk anything vulgar, they just be like, the next thing, where did you hear that from? African parent, pass. Like my mommy, instant. Is it my mommy?
Instant slap.
My mommy is her own judgment is instant. She will serve you instantly.
Wow.
Before you even, maybe you are even dancing some kind of dance. You know deeper life fast now. You are dancing some kind of dance like they just be like.
That is demonic.
You get that kind of thing now.
Yeah.
So I feel like what they should do is that there was a time of me who used to tell me, if you touch a lady like this,
She go get pregnant.
don't break your future, your life, everything.
You don't go.
Don't go.
So
Your
put in
vision
law. Wow.
truncated.
So, but she didn't actually tell
You
you
get-
this is what you are going to do that will make you to get somebody
Exactly.
pregnant.
You see, now this is what I think parents should do concerning sex education. Let them know. Give them orientation.
Show them.
Show them. Teach them that this thing, this is what it leads. This thing, this is how it makes you feel. Nobody should be touching your sensitive parts or all those things. If they do this is what you should do. If they do that, this is what you should
And
do.
if anybody scare you that you tell your mommy I will do this, tell me. Don't be scared.
Let them know the repercussion. Let them know where it will eventually end.
Show them the good side and the bad side.
Yes,
you have
Do
the
you know
right
I've
to
actually
choose.
seen this online whereby on TikTok, this lady, she has a platform whereby she actually tell her daughter to demonstrate good touch and bad touch.
Okay.
So people are actually telling her no,
It's
you don't
too
have
early.
it's too early, that the girl is still very young. Someone that is 3 years old going to 4, she already know good touch and bad touch. So I was not saying it's still these Gen Zs. Will I say this our generation? And if actually they have failed when it comes to parenting, because they are now telling the woman no, the girl is not supposed to know what is good touch and bad touch. That's been trending since, because they feel like the girl shouldn't know. Like
Why?
that she shouldn't know that this thing is good touch or bad touch. So what's your take on that? Do you think our generation has failed when it comes to parenting?
Somehow.
Okay.
And the reason why I said somehow was because even if you are doing the right thing, social medias now, they are fond of criticism.
That is what.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
I want to divert a bit. Let's consider this current situation, things that are going at this current moment. There is this song that is trending now. This I have decided to follow Jesus.
Not turning back.
Yeah, I saw a video where it was played in a club.
Okay.
And people were singing it. No, you get now. No, turning back. Do you know, when I check the comment section, all I could see there is that guys,
Gaze Baba,
Lawrence Oyo, they are now, trying to suit the gospel
into
the
a
song
gospel,
into something that suits the world.
Yeah, that's what people are saying currently. What's Afro gospel and all of that?
So, what is my own view about that? Even Jesus did not come for people
That are saved.
but the unsaved, the sinners.
Yes.
That's his target. You get what I'm trying to say now?
Yeah.
So criticism has been existing. Even Jesus, they criticize him. Talk less of we humans.
Imagine me, who am I?
So imagine. So most times, do what you know it is right. The truth will always prevail. You're telling somebody that, this thing is not right. Educating your children, promptly, they are your children, Abby. You get what I'm trying to say? Remember, people will still criticize you. Because I feel like that's one of the reasons why people failed. You get what I'm trying to say? What will people say?
What will people say?
If they get to know that my child or my daughter knows about this, what will they say? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You see, some parents, because of that, some girls have got exposed to a lot of things. And things they've gotten exposed to, some faced molestation. Things they got exposed to at the end of the day ended up making them emotionally vulnerable. That's why you see some people, before even if it is just a random touch, they are gone. Why? Because they've been set emotionally vulnerable right from childhood. Parents don't let them know. But imagine if they've been properly given an orientation. This is what it leads to. You've let them know their repercussion, the effect, the consequence on their future concerning their marital life. You get what I'm trying to say? And at every process, maybe, some people want to be like, my mommy said this, my daddy said this. Could that be true?
Let me experiment.
They tried it and they saw the reality of what you said.
And they learned their lesson.
This thing you said now,
You see?
it's something that I've actually thought of that has happened to me, because my mom always tell me, don't do this thing. I will tell her, okay. But I actually want to see, if I do this thing, what's going to my dear, immediately my eye open.
You get? So like that thing, okay, imagine if your parents tell you that, okay, at this very age, it is not actually ideal having a boyfriend because this is what it leads to.
Unwanted pregnancy might come.
Unwanted pregnancy, it will distract you from your focus.
Studies,
you will not be able to, they gave you prior reality experiences. You get what I'm trying to say now? And you feel like, well, my own might not be like that. You just feel like, there's this guy that always smile at me.
Let me give him a try.
Let me just make him my friend. And you were seeing the reality of what your parents have already told you. It will get, and the kind of love, affection your parents are giving you. They play with you. How will you feel betraying your best friend? You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
You see, there are some things. Imagine if your best friend said, this thing, I don't like it. Stop doing it. It's hurting me. And you know that this person likes you.
And you like the person back.
You like the person
no
back.
one-sided.
The feeling is genuine.
How will you feel if you are about to do something that will hurt the person?
You want to do something that will hurt the person.
Now, in that process of making the decision to do anything bad, any foolish act, you will remember. You will flash back.
Oh, that your friend doesn't like this thing.
To what your mom told you, to what your dad told you. You will remember the good things they are doing for you. You will remember the kind of love, affection they show you. You will realize that, these people are actually trying to protect me. And you say, no, I can't do this. You get what I'm trying to say? Why? Because you realize that, how will I do this and make my best friend, my parent, be so disappointed in me? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I actually get that. Then speaking about parents actually talking to their children and telling them the do's and don'ts of life, you understand? Some parents, I was somewhere of recent, and the person was saying that parents should try to, apart from even opening up, try to share their personal experiences with their kids. That will actually, it will not just be that you are saying it based on what you've heard. You too, as a person, you will tell my child, when I was in so age, I had this kind of experience. And this is what I do, and it did not favor me. This is how it favors me. You understand? And the person was saying that it would be very, very good if parents can actually open up, talk about their experiences with their kids, from them to learn from. You understand? So I'm like, wow, that's good. But these days, some parents,
they feel like if they tell their children,
maybe they will feel ashamed.
Yes, mommy, you did something
mommy,
like
you
this.
Did something. But what's your take on that? Because I feel like parents should try to open up. Maybe when I was 15, I had a boyfriend and it didn't turn out well, or it turned out well. But these are the things you understand. Instead of just telling them now, don't do this, do this, without anything to even back it up.
Actually, when it comes to parenting in that aspect, you don't just open up everything about your past as a parent.
Not
to
like
your children.
everything, but at least there's some
But
things
you
someone
that you
like
should
someone
not
like me, I
hide.
don't think
Like, yeah, the focus
You don't
should,
think what?
I don't think I will tell my
See,
children everything.
you
Or
see,
make
like,
Not like everything.
not
There's
like
some things that they
everything.
can learn from.
the focus, I mean, the aim should be for him or her
To learn.
to learn
Yeah.
from it.
yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you pick what you,
You
know
tell
that
tell
it is
them.
palatable
for you
them.
because
You should, like that, you
everybody
know
actually
that,
have a
A
but-
bad past.
exactly
Yeah,
because if you
something
say you
that
want to
you're
actually tell
hiding.
your
Yeah.
children everything tomorrow when they wake up in the morning if you hear good morning let me know.
No, not like
No,
not like you
because
telling them
children-
everything.
no,
but there are some things that
children are very
you cannot
emotional and very
hide.
sensitive
Yes.
to
You have
things.
to tell them so that they can learn from. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I feel like even though you want to tell your child that okay, sorry to say this, you have had an abortion before, which I know that is not a good thing. You now come and tell your child, oh,
Why would you even say something like that?
okay,
You might not
that's
say, I'm not saying you should say that. You know that this thing, it might even
You said you should
destroy
tell your
the
children.
relationship. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
You didn't get it.
okay.
I said there are some experiences
Mm-hmm.
that you can have that when you talk to your children about it, it will help them. Not like just telling them that don't do this, but at least when you tell them from your own experience.
Yes.
And if you see how mature your child is, there are some children that are very mature.
It's not about matured. I feel a child is a child.
Okay.
Yes, because there are stages for everything. There is time for everything. That's why most times I advise parents to start giving up their children this kind of training, like a very, very, will I say, a very, very nice training from the onset. So it will not get to the level whereby when the person is up to like 16, 17, that's when you want to start telling the
You cannot
child.
start telling it.
What
It's
are you?
late.
It's not
Why you are
late.
teaching the children in 16?
Do you think it's everybody that teach their children? Do you think parenting is actually easy for everybody? There are some people that don't teach their children things when they are
That's what I'm
little.
saying.
That is how parents have
16
failed.
Is late.
I'm
16
telling
is in
you,
secondary school.
I'm telling you that
graduating from
some
secondary
parents
school.
are actually nonchalant, that they don't tell their children anything till they feel like, okay, there's no need. He's still a child. This person is still a
That's why
child.
we are still saying that it
Yes.
is not good. Learn to teach them things when they are very, very
Some
young.
parents
right?
have actually failed. Some parents have actually failed. That's why most times you see these children going astray because they are not open to learning. That's why most parents, I advise parents that let me say at the age of 3 now, a child should know, mommy, I want to pee, I want to poo, something like that. So you should tell your child if they touch you like this, say no. Do you know that some parents that don't do all those things?
That's what we are saying. We are still on the same page. That
That's
it is
what I'm
good
saying.
to
We're still on
talk
the same
to
track,
them.
actually.
We are still on the same
But
page.
you saying you should tell your children everything, I don't buy that idea. I don't even think telling your children about your past can actually make them change. You can actually just tell them there are instances you can.
You see, past is different from life experience.
Experience.
Now,
It's different.
let me say something. You
Okay.
see, I learned this from my dad. My dad is a good storyteller.
Okay.
One thing, my dad didn't know that I'm this kind of person. I'm a lover of story. I love hearing my dad. Though my dad, it's not like as if my dad told me all of his past experiences, all of it, but
Yes.
I feel like I knew at least few that is enough for my brain
To carry.
to carry. You know, there was a time my daddy told me one story. He said, there was a time, you know, my dad is this kind of jaye person. And he was like, there is one woman that was seducing him because my daddy too know small. You know, soldier now.
Okay.
So that handsome, you know. He said this woman was actually seducing him, you know, and the woman said, what now? Like in Yoruba, come and do now. Mama, wear pants. You know that kind of
Can
thing.
imagine that kind of
she
thing.
did. I was like, hey, Jesus. And I was like, why?
This is also
He said, did I not know what happened later? I said, me, I'm enjoying the story. He said, one evil spirit was actually ministering to him because the woman getting ash. You know, I think I'll be around 12, 13 years then. I was like, and I used to ask him questions. That's one thing about me. I'm not scared to ask you. And I say, what now
So
later
now
happened? My daddy now said, he was like, no, you cannot do this.
Didn't you learn from that experience?
He now
of
said,
him?
after that, that the next day, he heard that somebody contacted Magun Thunderbolt from the woman.
That woman.
You know what Thunderbolt is?
Okay.
You get like someone that you had an intercourse, then you contacted, maybe they put juju on the woman.
Yes,
She understand?
yes.
And the person started somersaulting, and they said the person died.
That would be
Now,
the result.
the story, like the main lesson of that story was that never ever, if you want to go far in life, don't let your life centered around ladies. If you want to move far, if you are this kind of person that loves womanizing, your life is vulnerable to attack, spiritual attacks, a lot. My husband says, so most times when they are trying to like tell people, don't womanize, be focused, be faithful to your wife, he said it's for your own good and for your own benefit. My daddy said, now imagine if I have done it, all in the name of my lustful desire, because in Kenya, he said, by now I don't even think I will be alive to give birth to you.
You can see that you learned from that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Trying to say, till today, I fear woman. No,
Fear women.
When I later get to like have, when I was
girlfriend,
in the
you see that
relationship
it
once,
will still be coming.
there was a time a vision came out. You get a lot of things, and there was I'm this kind of person. I'm very, very spiritually sensitive. I get to know that the guy is not even ordinary. Now flashing back to what my daddy said, till today, you get, when you're talking about woman, I don't let my life revolve around lady or something. My focus is my priority. Why? Because my dad put me through and I experienced it. Today is still helping me.
Still there. But just imagine him telling you that don't do this or don't sleep with women, and just left like that. You might not really have that thing to hold on to. That's what I'm trying to say.
You go just die.
You can imagine.
You get that kind of thing, I'll be like,
there's nothing to hold on to.
Like say
I will do
it.
it.
You get now.
That's what I'm trying to say. That speaking from your own experience too,
you actually have a long way to go. Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, in a nutshell, what did you have to tell our viewers out there? Because our time is fast spent already.
Because some parents have actually failed.
Okay.
What do you have to tell our parents out there, especially this current generation?
Yes.
How can we do better?
Okay. I've said it the last time that parents should strive to lead by example. Be their children's mentor. Their children's friends.
Best friend.
Their children's role model. Thereby helping them in developing them to become compassionate, confident, and irresponsible individuals. When you make your children your best friend, there will be a room for openness. When you make your children your best friend, it makes them to even become confident. You get, you lead by example, not some parent that will be doing that. You get, some parents are not actually leading by example. Leading by example does not mean that you are doing the right thing. Sure, you understand? It does not limit to you doing the right thing and they are looking at you. You are instructing them the right thing. You are putting them through. You are open enough to guide them. You are open enough to like analyze them.
And they are also seeing the attributes
and they are seeing their attributes in you. You are letting them know the benefits, the pros and cons. You get, and you are leading by that example, and they are seeing it. That is what can help. And lastly is prayer. Which is the major thing.
Which can never be overemphasized.
Because
prayer.
you can't be with your children forever.
And you don't even know what they are going to be.
Yes,
exactly.
That you even lead by example, you give them does not make some children will not still abide. You get what I'm trying to say? So at times you commit their hearts into the hands of God. You do your role and you let God and the Holy Spirit. So do their role. Pray earnestly for them. That is one thing I commend my mama. When it comes to prayer, at night, I'm this kind of person. I don't like disturbance. At night, most times I don't sleep too because most of my work, most of what I do is at night. Even if I am reading at night till today, my mom used to be like, go, because I used to lock my door because of that. My mom used to be like, open the door now. When I open the door, my mom will still come. My mom can play sound on my head for 2 hours.
Praying for you.
Still praying. At night, you'll be praying for each and every one of us. That I'm even at home. That's what, because I have things I put as this. okay, how can you place hand on my head and I will still be doing what I am doing? So prayer is very, very important. Because put aside everything, prayer protects you from a lot of unseen circumstances.
Exactly.
And prayer reforms, prayer transforms.
Yeah.
So I advise parents to be so prayerful while also performing their duties and responsibility as a parent.
All right, thank you very, 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 very.
When you actually talk like as if he is married, this kind of one, no need to stress
I beg
too
you,
much.
don't be this. People that will just be saying that they will not do it. When you are married,
You do
all of these
exactly.
things will stay. Make sure you
Make
put
sure
it
you
into action. All right, thank you very much for coming, Mayowa.
You're
We are
welcome.
so happy to have you
You're
around, and we're
welcome.
so glad to. And thank you for educating us. I've
Exactly.
learned
You have learned a lot though.
And for parents out there, you guys should please do better.
Yes.
Do the right thing, lead by example, be a role model to
Always pray for your children.
and always pray for
not just
them.
because of they are close to you, but at least those ones that are not close to you can call them on phone and kabash on their head. Please stay hydrated
And mind your business.
and mind your business, please, because the country is not encouraging. Do not carry somebody problem and put on your head. You
Anyways,
understand?
I will just tell you that be productive in anything you do. Make sure you are productive. Make an impact. Even if that small place that you are managing yourself, make sure there is an impact. At least even if you leave the place, they will say, if so person is here, this thing will not be like this. This thing will not be like this. It will be like this.
I like the way you just said this.
Yes.
I like it.
Make impact.
My own
be
is that please mind your
productive.
business. I don't want somebody to beat anybody. Don't just avoid people problem. Face your life. Focus on your life, please. Because the country is not encouraging.
It's not encouraging.
Please, me, I don't want problem. I don't want someone day like this. Somebody come and tell me something happened to my eye because of you not close your mouth. So please.
Guys, we'll meet some other time. I'm not
Yes,
going to be changing my name anytime soon. So my name still remains Miracle Oyebode. Your spec with a different.
And you see your girl will be Esther Chichi.
So until we meet. Bye.
Bye.